Sure. KJ, how does it feel to know that you have, the coach's trust and the team's trust already and to, have solidified your position for now?
It feels amazing. Just coming in as a freshman, just working my way up, just building trust with teammates, coaches, the whole entire staff. Just keeping my head down, keep working, keep grinding, just building trust throughout and confidence also throughout just the whole time I've been here.
Trey?
KJ, how do you think your spring has gone so far? And during the break, what are the things that you're going to kind of reflect on and look forward to in the next half?
I feel like my spring it's been going pretty awesome. Just enjoying taking it all in. Since this being my first spring, I'm just soaking it all in. And over the break, I'm focusing more on my mechanics and also preparation into like going into different scrimmages or just preparing myself overall.
How much of a work in progress, I guess, has it been with your mechanics? I know you reworked some stuff your freshman year. How do you feel like that's helped you in terms of velocity and those types of things? And where are you right now? Is it still something that you have to think about?
It's sometimes I think about it sometimes just because of me playing in the SEC game, knowing how fast the SEC is and the smaller window that we have to fit the ball into. So basically from a mechanic standpoint, it just basically speed my feet up and just ripping the ball when I have to rip it or put touch on the ball when I have to put touch on it.
Otis?
Yeah, KJ, how much do you think, you had a lot of success up at Missouri this year. How much do you think that helped you with your confidence and also maybe the coach's confidence in you, seeing what you could do in a game? I mean, it's one thing to do it in practice, but you did it in a game on the SEC on the road. Talk about that.
Basically, going into that whole game week, Felipe was with me. Me and him stayed out the practice, going over different types of film, just preparation, just preparing me for the Missouri game. And on top of that, I had a good week of practice. Me and Coach Browse met a lot during that week just to see where he was for his game planning with me while starting. And at the game, I just looked at my teammates and told them that I'm gonna lead them, and we just got to put our head on and keep working.
Thanks, man.
Dudley?
KJ, I've stayed in touch with Coach Dippy a lot, and just talk about, going back to when y'all were in the ninth grade, just throwing the ball around in the gym to what he's meant to you and how he's helped you develop.
Coach Dippy, I just talked to him like 2 days ago, actually. That's my guy. Man, Coach Dippy basically starting out, he took me on his wing. He saw something in me that I didn't see in myself at first. And for him to just stay with me and bring that out of me, that leadership, and just keeping me under his wing and making sure I'm on the right path. I just have the most respect for Coach Dippy and what he's done for me in my life and my family also. So I just had the utmost respect for Coach Dippy.
Appreciate it.
Scotty?
Hey, KJ, just through the first couple of weeks of spring, what have you learned about, what you guys have skill-wise and what this offense, could potentially become?
What I learned quickly was that we brought in a lot of weapons on the outside for the receiver position. And we also have a lot of depth that we had last year. Like we had a couple guys injured. And now that we're brought in a lot more playmakers and receivers and athletes that can get the ball in space and, make a move. I feel like this like the biggest asset that we've had so far, just the receiver depth and having weapons outside that I can get the ball to.
Yeah, who's flashing for you? Who's making plays when you're targeting them?
Of course, the older guy, Mike Woods, Traylon Burks. For the young guys, Jaden Wilson, Keith Tron is coming along. He's coming off of the knee surgery. The Rocky, the running back, he's coming along pretty smooth. There's a couple more out there.
Nate?
What were the biggest corrections made off Saturday scrimmage that you worked on today?
Mainly just missed assignments, like with the lineman up front, just correcting, knowing who they're pushing the protection to, knowing who the free runner is, the running back. For the up front standpoint, for the skill position was mainly just knowing what routes and seeing the open windows and finding open windows and sitting in. For the quarterback, all the quarterbacks was mainly recognizing the defense, knowing what coverage they're in, and getting the ball out of our hands as well.
Also, as a running quarterback, are the scrimmages kind of frustrating with the whistles where you're not sure, what happens?
It's very frustrating because I mean sometimes the defense don't even get close to you and they blowing it dead, so it kind of get frustrating and mess with you a little bit mentally because I mean in the game you're like you want to treat the scrimmage as a game, so by them blowing it dead and they getting close to you and stuff like this, it's pretty frustrating.
Thank you.
Hutch.
Yeah, KJ, I was want to ask you about a couple of the other quarterbacks. Where have you seen Malik Hornsby grow the most since last year? And also, what have been your early impressions of Lucas Coley?
I'm starting Malik. He's grown tremendously far as getting more involved in the playbook and knowing what's going on. From last year to this year, he's on it. He's calling me, telling me let's meet, go over different plays. So I feel like he's took his game to a whole nother level mentally. He has the physical part. He took his game to another level mentally. And as far as Lucas coming on well too. He's a pretty fast learner. He also is like a sponge. He's soaking it all in from the older guy, me, John, Steven, guys that have been here and know how the SEC works. So he's soaking it all in. He's a pretty fast learner. Also, Kay Renfro is another one that's a pretty fast learner. He's coming along. They're all taking their game. We all have the physical aspect of the game. So for us as a quarterback room, we all just taking the mental, just breaking the game down mentally.
We got time for a couple more. Let me know if we got more in the chat. Tom?
Hey, KJ, Greg Brooks was just in here telling us from the moment you came back in winter, you took a leadership role and basically took it as your team. I want to ask you about like that mental approach. Did you feel like you did that?
Yes, sir. I mean, coming in, I knew after Felipe left, I knew I was the next guy in charge. So I do winter workouts. I just had to come in with a mindset that it was my team and I had to take over the team from day one and keep that confidence and leadership and consistency also all the way up.
Yeah, and Sam also told us that with you and Malik, it's really more the true nature of the Kendall Briles playbook.
He kind of froze up on me.
Not kind of. He is definitely frozen. Tom will come back. Nikki?
Yeah, Coach Pittman told us that, Rocket brings a different element than some of the other running backs that you guys have in the room. What have you seen that he brings? And then how good is he in, catching the ball as well, considering they brought him in as a receiver?
Oh, yeah, Rocket, he has pretty good hands catching ball out the backfield. Also, Traylon Smith, he's pretty small, kind of shifty back. With Rocket coming in, and his bigger body, more explosive also, and he can make moves in open field too. So by bringing him in, he's just a great athlete. I mean, he can do it all. He can catch, he can run, he can block. So, I mean, that was a great asset for him, for us bringing him in.
All right, that'll wrap us up with KJ. Thanks, KJ.
All right, thank y'all.